What's going on, guys? Mr. Clasher here. Welcome back to a brand new Ruthless Survival video. Now in today's video, guys, I'll be talking about the brand new update. There's actually a couple things that came out, and actually towards the end of the video I'll talk about something very unique in this game. So first of all, there is a brand new update. We did get the brand new firearm, which is the A94 Blaze, as well as the furball parachute. Now what makes this update unique, and pretty much Ross has been doing this for a while, so basically if you go to firearms and you basically have to draw 200 times, that pretty much guarantees you the weapon. You'll probably get the weapon before. I mean, I've drew before way less than 200 times, and I've gotten the legendary weapons before. And you can also get the weapon from the daily events. But the A94 Blaze looks pretty nice as a camo. It definitely reminds me of some of the AKM skins, and the A94 is a pretty good weapon in the game. So again, if you draw it 200 times, it guarantees the weapon, but that is very expensive if you do pretty much 200 times draw. That's very expensive. But you also have the furball parachute, which is a pretty unique parachute. Ross has been lately adding some interesting parachutes, some interesting designs as well. My personal favorite parachute, I actually have two. It's that blue, I believe it's like the devilfish one. That's a really nice parachute. And then the shark one that you got with the suit, that one is that's probably my favorite parachute actually in the game, just because you get to stand on top of the shark while you're parachuting, and if you try to sway from left to right, it pretty much moves with the shark. So I love that, and it also has animations. But the furball parachute, I've seen it in pretty much demo and looks really nice as well. Now, part of the look supply, if you actually do get the Blaze and the furball parachute, you actually get the Ember suit. So like I've mentioned before, Ross has been doing this where if you get the firearm plus you get the parachute, you get a special unique suit in the game. This pretty much makes you want to, pull extra times in the look supply, which personally you can get weapons from the daily events. I've gotten tons and tons of legendary items from the daily events. So unless you have a lot of money, you can definitely go ahead and spend it on the look supply, but I would definitely be a little cautious because 200 times is pretty expensive if you want the Blaze. But I'm sure some of you guys will get the Blaze maybe on your first try, and some of you guys probably maybe a couple tries. I mean, some of you guys get super lucky in the game. I get lucky from the daily events, usually not from the look supply. But actually, last update I did get the Stinger crossbow legendary skin on my first pull, so you never know. Sometimes you can get lucky. And also on the side note, real quick, the star supply has been updated, and actually I had a player tell me that yesterday that the star supply was going to change. So this star supply isn't anything fancy by any means. I mean, it's got the Ultimate Hunter pants, the suit. It's got some, it actually has the Gravedigger camo, the deep freeze camo. I already have the deep freeze camo, and then it's got some paint. So this star supply, the star supply really isn't that really great. I believe the last one we had was way better. I personally don't think this one really is that good. I mean, some of you guys probably don't have the Gravedigger and the deep freeze. I have both of those camos. I have everything in the star supply. So for me, it doesn't really, I guess, impress me much. But some of you guys that don't have the items, the star supply is pretty worth it. I'm actually saving star supply diamonds because I'm going to be doing a special video in the future. And then the biggest thing we actually got in this update as well was these tasks. So pretty much if you earn these type of chips, basically you can draw or bet on these type of events in the game. And let's say you draw 200, you'll get probably like 500 or 600 back. So it's interesting how this works. And I believe these tickets have been from, I believe it was several updates ago, from the Christmas update, and I saved a bunch of those, and now I'm betting them towards the events. Hopefully I can get a pretty big return. And you can also draw for a couple of items. So there's a brand new vehicle skin, believe it or not, actually. So if you go to the Grand Prix, you actually, instead of bet, you can actually click draw. And basically when you click draw, you're gonna head to this mysterious basketball box. Basically there's a brand new vehicle, which is called the Baller's Van, which is part of the brand new suit of the basketball player. Then there's also, I believe, a cager suit that you get. There's also a frame you can get, and a name card as well. So nothing fancy. And the Baller's Van is actually not a legendary skin, it's actually an epic, so you're really not missing out much. I mean, it is a brand new vehicle skin, but personally to me it just looks pretty average. It's not a legendary, so I can't get too excited for that. But it is part of the brand new update. Now I also noticed one thing yesterday. Actually, shout out to Agent Kyle, because he was the one that actually mentioned this. So basically he was playing this like a regular match, and then he came back in the lobby. And I don't know if this existed in the game, but ever since I started playing in November, I've never actually seen. No, actually January. That's when I started playing. That game came out, I believe, November. But basically, I've been playing this game for a long time, and I've never seen this. But basically, he said that if you go a little bit towards outside of your Wi-Fi range, where basically you're barely getting Wi-Fi, there is an option which I'll throw guys a screenshot of. Pretty much, it's basically it says a gift, and I'm not exactly sure how it works because I've never seen this feature before in the game. And he pretty much told me from what he was pretty much seeing inside his game that if you click gift, you can just send about a suit or anything to a player. Now, this isn't Photoshop because he sent a couple of pictures and you can't really Photoshop this. And actually, I have tried it really quickly, and it does happen very, very fast. I couldn't get a screenshot because it was just way too quick for that to happen. But he says that if you hit the right connection between your Wi-Fi and no Wi-Fi, where it's really, really laggy, you'll be able to click the gift section, which is really interesting because no player has ever told me about this, and I wasn't aware of this feature being in the game. And some of you guys probably don't know what this is either. So he told me that he pretty much can send suits to other players. Now, I'm not exactly sure how that's possible to do in the game, but there is an option, and I don't know if it's a part of like the Chinese version option that hasn't been pretty much released yet, or if it maybe they're hiding it in a couple of updates, or in the future. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but there is a gift option. I've never seen this in the game before, so when I saw those screenshots, I was very, very surprised. Now, some of you guys might think it's already in the game. Well, I've been, playing this game for a very, very long time, and I've clicked every single button before, and I've never seen this option, and neither have a lot of players. I've actually talked to players, and I don't think, gift system really works in this game, except maybe on, again, like the Chinese version, maybe there's a way you can do that, but definitely not in the North American server. So when I saw that screenshot, I was like, oh my God, like I was just like, sitting there for a second, kind of like taking it in, like, what could this mean? But basically he told me that you can actually give gifts to friends only. You can't do this to everybody. It's got to be on your friends list, which I found it pretty interesting. But anyway, this update was actually pretty good. I do like the brand new suit, the Ember. Again, the only way to get that suit is if you pull both, or you can actually buy the camo and the parachute, which is pretty expensive if you pretty much buy both. But if you do get the Ember suit, and there's a couple other features you get, like the suit as well, and the baller's van. Nothing really too fancy, but this update wasn't too bad. You guys can tell me in the comment section below what you guys think about the Blaze camo for the A94, maybe the Ember suit, which I personally do like. It's pretty fancy. I do like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, go ahead, please leave a like. That would really mean a ton. And if you guys are brand new to our channel, make sure you guys click the subscribe button for daily content. And as always, I'll see you all on my next video.